Tim and Tony podcast brings you
the Mild Manner Movie Review with your host Tim
and Tony. On this week's episode, we will be talking about Rudy,
along with everything else happening in the geek world.
It's gonna be legend. Wait for it.
Yeah, well, I saw it on a rerun.
It's a rerun.
That's what she said.
Giggity, giggity.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
Winter is coming.
Oh my God! They've killed Kenny.
You wanna hug it out? Bing, pots, dairy, legendary.
All right.
How was your extra long break?
Extra long break. It was nice. It's good.
Yeah, mine started good.
Yeah.
Then took a
It
dive.
took a bad turn,
Yeah.
and then
Much better now, though. Just rewatched a lot of stuff, though. I didn't feel like watching anything new.
weren't in
I
the
was
mood
sick.
for any new stuff.
No. I did watch at the end, though, on Hulu, they had a Natalie Wood documentary. It was like, it might have been only a half hour, 45 minutes. It was short, but it was pretty interesting because I didn't know. Besides looking up. But yeah, it was interesting to watch.
Yeah, there's a lot of Netflix documentaries that I want to watch. What's it called? I saw Dennis posted about Beyond the Curve, the flat Earth.
The flat
docu.
Earth one.
So I want to see it. I've heard other people talk about it too. I want to see that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, this week, double week. One Sunday, I just sat down and watched the entire rest of Titans.
Finally.
I enjoyed it. It was I remember the Jason Todd scene because that's when we were recording Sandlot.
Okay. Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
You guys were watching it. And
yeah, we finished that one up.
So that all made sense then.
Yeah.
And then he just went away.
Yeah, disappeared.
Until the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I cannot wait for season 2 now because they left a lot unfinished.
They actually, and they just, it's not in our news, but they cast Deathstroke already. They just did today.
Okay, yeah.
Recognizable guy. I can't remember his name, though. He's a lot of TV shows.
Okay, so that'll be good. And then I was kind of on a, I guess, DC Universe kick because I thought I finished Batman Beyond, but it was just season 2. So I'm on to season 3 now. But the voice cast in that is so...
And Beyond?
It's... One, it starts off really well, and then, like, the background characters they get to play people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Patton Oswalt was just in
one really?
episode, yeah.
Maybe I'll jump in, because I finished Superman animated series, and then all the CW shows started.
Right,
So, I haven't really been jumping into that, and then Titans came out, and all those ones, so... I'll jump into Batman Beyond instead of... I was going to do Justice League.
You know what? I'd almost say do Justice League.
Just to complete the...
Just to do...
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Justice League or Young Justice?
Justice League.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they were.
Although I do need to finish the newest season of Young Justice.
Yeah,
I've watched the first couple. Yeah,
See,
I need them.
I know at the end of Batman Beyond, there's like 2 or 3 episodes where it crosses over with Justice League.
Batman Beyond does?
Mm-hmm.
With the... Not that Justice League, though. A different one, right?
It might be Unlimited, they do. But it's the continuation of the entire...
So maybe I don't know.
I don't know which one the episode's in, but they do cross over. Right. And Seth Green just makes, like, constant appearances. Like, random high school kids. He's got that, like, the Chris voice from Family Guy.
Yeah.
It's, like, pretty close to that.
Nice. And then we both saw Captain Marvel.
Yes, we did.
On here, I'll just say that I liked it a lot, and it was really good, I thought.
It was, yeah. It was, for a bunch of people, for going in, like, all right, this is right before Endgame, like,
yeah.
A lot of people had high expectations. I enjoyed it. It was so fun, like, throughout the entire movie.
A lot funnier than I thought it was going to be.
Exactly. There was a lot more humor
than I thought there was going to be.
But it worked.
Yeah, so we'll probably post a video after this one of our review.
Yeah, we'll go more in depth into it.
Maybe the same day post them. I don't know. Day apart.
Double post just to make it up to you guys.
Yeah. But let's jump right into our first segment.
Clark Kent, just a mild-mannered reporter.
He doesn't want to be famous, and I'll make him infamous.
General, haven't you ever heard of freedom of the press?
Well, I'm not a cop. I'm a reporter.
So many times. This song just from the puzzle.
Oh, from the puzzle.
Vicky Vale. I'm intrigued by Alex's giant bat story, so
there's like 5 views of the puzzle. I'm 4 of them.
Nobody cares about Clark Kent taking on the Batman.
It is not. I resent that. Slander is spoken. In print, it's libel.
The police won't help. The press has to do the right thing.
You serious?
First up on the docket, the Suicide Squad team roster is reportedly revealed, including King Shark, Peacemaker, Polka Dot Man, and Ratcatcher, which is a weird group.
Besides one of those,
yeah. Oh, and Deadshot, I guess, is also since going to be in it.
Since they're possibly recasting it.
Yes. They're eyeing Idris Elba for that, which I saw when I was 6, so I thought it was like a fever dream. Like, that's weird. And then Dave Bautista is eyed for Peacemaker.
Yeah, they're looking to maybe recast it since Will Smith will be he's busy.
Busy, yeah. And I know they're not bringing in, or did they decide on Margot Robbie? I think they said they weren't bringing her back, but they're not bringing. They're not doing another Harley. They're just not. She's not going to be in the movie.
Right. I think the entire thing they might just.
It's a kind of.
Do a total,
I think it's like a soft reboot where it's kind of connected,
right?
But
Where it's just
really.
got like the next team.
Yeah. So that should be interesting.
And then Dave Bautista made the news again because actually it kind of falls into
your next one.
Yeah. So I'll go right into mine. But Arrow is set to end after a 10-episode season 8.
Right at the crossover.
Yeah, exactly.
So Oliver's gonna die, is what they're saying.
Is almost confirmed.
Yeah.
Like we pretty much guessed that to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just because of the deal.
The
secret
deal he made with Monitor. Mm-hmm. But, I think it's time.
I could see it. I mean, it could.
They could go on, but it's even Stephen Amell was like, I'd rather go out.
It's
when it's still pretty good than just do like 40 seasons.
Mm-hmm. I could see them with the flash forwards now in the series. Like I could have seen them going directly just. Sticking with the flash forward and just going from there, not doing present day anymore,
right? Which
would be interesting.
Yeah, so we'll see what they do. But yeah, like I said, Dave Bautista was announced. He's fighting here. He's wrestling Triple H.
Yes.
So this is bringing a lot back. And then Stephen Amell tweeted something like, "Oh, hopefully it's based on your wrestling status, not your celebrity status, like to add to the wrestling card."
Yeah.
And Batista wrote back like, "Well, maybe it's because I am a celebrity. It'll be better." Like, kind of like maybe going back after him.
Yeah.
And then Stephen Amell's like, "No, dude, I'm like, it's bad days. I didn't come out right. Like, I like you. You're cool. Like, don't kill me." Pretty sure is how he ended the tweet.
And then next up, Brooklyn Nine-Nine renewed for season 7 on NBC after their shortened season and being canceled off of Fox. So that was good news.
Yeah.
There was a video too that if you haven't seen it, it's like 30 seconds long of them telling them it was renewed, and like everyone goes nuts.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kind of connect this, but I've been watching it on Hulu a little bit, or I was. That's how I was watching it. Spotify has a thing where if you have premium, you get Hulu for free. So
how much is Spotify premium though?
$9 a month. So you get all music and most of TV. So I mean that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
I have premium already on a family plan with a couple people, so they haven't said if that's going to include the family yet. If it does, great. If not, damn them for learning. But moving on, Kevin Smith has been posting some YouTube videos about making the reboot. He's revealed some cameo roles that people are going to have. He teased another role, but I'm pretty sure it came out. It was Shannon Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Who doesn't look like she aged a day.
Yeah, right.
Like,
She looks exactly
the same. But yeah, it's kind of cool how he's like post.
Yeah, that I haven't watched any of the videos. I know I've seen they're up to like 6 or 7 of them now,
and they're like 2 or 3 minutes, and it's just like, hey, this is what we're doing on set today, which is pretty cool because it's like that's stuff I'd want to see, like what they do, all all that weird stuff, and he kind of shows it a little bit. So
I saw Craig Robinson.
Who
else was in that picture?
There's a ton of people. Joe Manganiello.
Yes.
Oh wow.
There was a bunch of people.
Let me see if I can.
Yeah. Then the next post though was the Shannon Elizabeth one. And then I did see for the rebooted they got the what was the girls, the 4 girls from Strike Back. His daughter's playing one of them now.
I think it's his daughter's band actually. Like,
oh really?
She has a band, and I'm pretty sure it's all.
Is the other ones? Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see if that Google's gonna help me. Okay. Nope. Shannon Elizabeth returns as Justice. She returns.
Yeah. Craig Robinson was playing a judge.
Yeah, Method Man and
Red
Man.
Yeah.
As funny as that is. He said
there it is.
There's going to be new actors playing Blunt Man and Chronic, so it's not going to be
Jason Biggs
and
Vanderbeek.
Justin
Long was the other one that I couldn't remember.
And then one of his producers is another one, and another lady from one of his shows he's done.
Okay. Oh, I know who that is. She was in Blue Mountain State, and she's in that Smilf show on Showtime, I believe.
Think that's what. Yeah.
But she was on Hollywood with him.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yep.
Yeah, so I'll have to watch those videos though.
They're pretty cool. I mean, like I said, they're only a couple
minutes long. Yeah. Next up, Alan Tudyk to voice Iago in Aladdin, which is awesome.
Yeah,
I think that's perfect.
He has been getting so much work in the last.
Right.
Like, he's been.
It's funny because we just rewatched Deadpool 2 this last weekend. Yeah. He's one of the hillbilly guys with Matt Damon.
Yeah.
And then all right, so he's perfect because you got to watch Doom Patrol. He narrates almost the whole show, and it's perfect.
Yeah, he's been getting he's spanning everything pretty much. He's got his hand or voice or even showing up in anything.
Which is great. I love it since Tucker and Dale.
Yeah,
been one of my favorites.
Which this is the second.
And he was Steve the Pirate in Dodgeball. Just
he hasn't done a bad role really.
No.
Which that was the second.
He played Van Wayne in Powerless.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne's cousin.
This was the second Brooklyn Nine-Nine reference that I was. Along with this one that I was gonna say, but
oh yeah. You backstabber! I didn't think you read Othello. What are you talking about? Talking about the parrot from Aladdin.
That was the first.
So glad
that was the first thing I'd seen of the show, and it was just a meme of it. I'm like, I have to watch this show. Just the perfect comedy of that.
That's funny because Brooklyn Nine-Nine was one of the shows I was watching while I was sick, and I got through 3 seasons of it. Yeah, just. And that was I laugh every time that one comes up.
The other one
I'm surprised you read Othello. It's just
that was Othello. And another one I've seen lately is I think when they're on their honeymoon, and she's like, I'm trying to. I want to.
Oh, that was this season. Yeah.
Where it's she goes, this bee needs a C in her A, and Andy Samberg's like, what? And she's like. I think
something
she said,
needs
this bitch needs a coconut in her arms, and he's like, oh, and he explains what he thought. She's like, oh, he's like, I know, right?
I know, right?
I've seen that online lately, so
that's a good one.
And then last up for news, Marvel TV is rumored to be producing a What If series for Disney Plus, so adapting the What If comic series,
which I didn't know was a series. I'm not too familiar with Marvel.
Right,
comics.
me neither. But it's like a what if.
I did see one of the titles was like, what if everyone knew Daredevil was blind?
Right,
Like,
it's something like that,
something
or like
that.
what if Deadpool was an X-Men, or what if he killed everyone?
Okay,
or, it's like those kind
so
of.
I wonder if they're doing.
It's like an Elseworld thing.
Yeah, animated, or I'm sure they haven't. Said.
I
Animated
don't
would
think
make
they've
more
said.
sense.
Like I said, it was rumored to be what they were doing. So hopefully
That'd be cool.
that would be.
Now I have to go on Marvel Unlimited and read some of
Go
those.
through those books, yeah. And then sign up for Disney Plus.
Yeah.
All right, now it looks like it's time to talk about some new trailers.
Coming soon to a theater near you.
First up, we got a second full Shazam trailer. This looks a lot more fun.
Yeah. Then
I feel like this is going to be from everything they've been saying, it's going to be another hit for them. Like the screenings have been going well.
I know very well. I read. I did see an international trailer too, where it's like Shazam and Dr. Savanya.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a mile away, and he's like, I'm gonna kill you, and he's like going through his like evil monologue, and Shazam's like, I can't hear you, like screaming. It's like, what are you saying?
Yeah, it's going to be good, and that comes out beginning of next month, or end of this month.
Beginning of next.
I think early April.
Early April. Can't wait for April. 44 now? I think we said 45 yesterday.
It was 45 yesterday, so 44 days
till Endgame. Then it could die peacefully. And then next up, we got a Game of Thrones trailer that actually shows us kind of what's going to happen in the season, which was awesome. Instead of just
I don't think I have
teasers.
time to even start to get through it.
I think you have close to you have 44 days actually, because it's
Wait,
that
isn't
weekend.
That what
So you
started?
have a few more days.
The same like day.
I think it's that Sunday actually is when Game of Thrones starts.
So maybe I do have time, but
you need to watch a couple episodes a day though. I think. Or
probably.
7 seasons, 7 times. There's probably 10 each. Yeah, you would need to watch
70,
2.
roughly 2 a day.
Yeah. About 70. You could do that.
It's nothing I haven't done before. And then we also got another trailer for Tolkien.
This one looks really, really good. With Nicholas Hoult.
Nicholas Hoult, yeah, playing Tolkien.
Is this This is gonna be on Amazon as well, right?
I'm pretty sure it is.
And then it's a show too. I wasn't sure if it was a show or if they're doing a movie. Either way,
I thought it was a movie, but it might be like a limited series.
Yeah,
it's only like a couple episodes, but it's like a full story.
Yeah, it looks really good though. Kind of the story of Tolkien, however you say it. Which like him going to World War I. And
I think the Amazon one is the actual Lord of the Rings show.
The Rings show, yeah. So I think this is just the movie.
This might just be a movie, yeah.
Yeah, this looks really good though. And then next up we got Good Boys, which we just watched the trailer for.
Yes, we did just watch that trailer.
Seth Rogen produced with was it Tremblay? What's Jacob Tremblay from The Predator and a handful of movies.
Yeah, and I think it's the same. It's him and Evan Goldberg, I think.
The same
writing
and
the same as like Superbad and all those.
Looks hysterical. But yeah, 6th grade boys going to a party with girls.
Yeah, it's also going to be like that ridiculous, like, okay, what is going on?
I feel fine. His arms just dropped off. Yeah, this looks really good.
It's going to be another comedy one, yeah. Mm-hmm. We also got the first full official Aladdin trailer.
With I Could Show You the World.
With them singing and you know what? I haven't heard anything about the genie now.
No, everyone's fine with it. I knew everyone was gonna.
Everyone's like, oh, you know what? It looks okay.
You could freeze frame anything on anything and it looks dumb. Exactly. Anytime I pause Netflix or something, someone's making a stupid face. Like,
I'm not gonna tweet it at the actor. Hey, you look dumb in this.
You look like an idiot right here.
I caught this one frame that you don't even know exists.
Yeah, they just paused it but it's the same as the Superman mustache. Like, I guess if you pause it at a specific point.
Okay, well, I will say that in the movie, I don't know if it's because I was looking for it, but it looks so obvious.
Yeah, but if
I
you
will
weren't
say that.
if you weren't looking for it and you didn't pause at
Yeah,
that
that's true.
specific time, you would never notice.
I will give you that. Yeah,
but this looks really good.
We got more. There will be songs. It looks like there might be an extra one or two.
Oh, they're
although it could be. I don't know. It just looked like they might have added songs, or
I'm sure
how
did.
they're gonna. But yeah, I can't wait.
I know. Dumbo comes out soon too.
Dumbo soon. Yep.
And then last up, the Dark Phoenix full trailer, which we got when we were watching Captain Marvel, actually. Look, I wanted to go see Apocalypse. I thought that looked okay. This one, like, it looks okay, but I have no interest.
I'll go see it, but it's not like
I have no interest
I have to be.
Yeah, I have to see it. I don't. This is. It's like certain movies are I need to see it that
basically
first
already
weekend.
Seen like the whole Dark Phoenix story.
I know.
10 years ago, and that I barely even remember that. All I remember is Jean Grey killed Scott, right?
Yeah, off screen too. We didn't even see
right.
it.
Yeah, didn't he just like I barely remember those.
Oh, and she kills Professor X.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
But he came back. But
yeah, but then these movies retcon that.
Yeah.
So it's.
I'm sure
see.
it'll be okay. I don't know. No Wolverine as well, which kind of was the fun part of watching those movies to get the Wolverine cameo.
That's kind of like an Ace in the hole. Is
Yeah.
like, hey, we've got Wolverine back here, but I don't think he's going to be showing up anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, now it looks like it's time for some TNT trivia.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
I'm Spartacus! I'm Spartacus!
I'm Batman.
I'm Wayne Brady Benz!
I am your father. I am vengeance. I am the knight. I am Batman.
I am the Clit Commander!
I am Groot. Yes, I'm Batman.
I'm rich, biatch!
This week, the theme is Rudy. Okay, so I think I'm actually first. And you know, in looking up all of these, almost, I'm not going to say almost all, but everyone I'm clicking on is born in Illinois, born in the Chicagoland area. Like, everyone I'm clicking on is like that. And even one person that we've talked about previously that I think we said he was in this, and then, let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna go first. Okay, I picked my guy.
Okay.
Number 1. Oh, okay. I'll save that one, even though that's. The Fugitive, The Breakfast Club, The Dark Knight, and Above the Law.
The Dark Knight.
I was going to say, that would have been the one I put last, but then I saw Above the Law, and that movie is just perfection almost.
The Fugitive.
The Fugitive, The Breakfast Club, The Dark Knight, and Above the Law. Dark Knight, he played Wirtz.
Wirtz? Oh, you know what? I think I know who it is. Is it Rondine?
That is correct.
Who is he in the Breakfast Club?
He's got to be a parent, I think.
Let's see. Andy's father.
Andy's father.
Yeah, the Fugitive, Detective Kelly. Yeah, I remember that. And Above the Law.
Detective. He's one of the cops that Steven Seagal works with.
Oh, whoops. Put mine away. Do you have any random facts?
No. Born in Chicago, I'm assuming.
Born in Chicago. I know.
Actually, I'm pretty sure because
is
most
Chicago and
above
Breakfast
the
Club.
So it was above the law.
Is it?
It's a Chicago cop.
So all
pretty much
4 of his things, except for what 2 of them are fake Chicago. One's Gotham and one's Shermer.
Yeah, because above the law is works as a Chicago cop.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. He's a character actor with over 30 years of film and TV roles. He usually gets cast as a tough guy. Let's see. Go to trivia. Did I know he was born in Chicago, Illinois? That's a long one. He has appeared in most films by director Andrew Davis. And the best one is he is left-handed.
He is left-handed. Good to know. All right, my Who Am I? First movie, Network. Second movie, Deliverance. Third movie, Shooter. And the fourth movie, Superman.
Oh, well, now I'm kind of... Okay, no, I was right.
I was right.
That, Ned Beatty.
Yes. Mr. Luthor.
I had a Shooter. Yeah. That's
Shooter?
Exactly.
Is that the one that gave it away? I thought Superman would have. And then my third one would have been, or my fifth movie, if you needed it, would have been Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3. Sorry.
Yeah. See, and
3.
even then I would have been like, blah.
Blah.
Oh, yeah, he played Lotso, I think, right?
He did. Which is one of my random facts. He won an MTV Movie Award for Best Villain in that movie.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean...
and then he also, I thought this was crazy, made a guest appearance on both of the longest-running primetime dramas in the United States. Gunsmoke, which started in 1955, and Law & Order, 1990.
That I could see.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool. All right, so now some random facts about the movie itself. I'm going to save that first one for last. My number 3 fact, or trivia fact, this is noted as Vince Vaughn's debut movie. And I'll get to... Did you read my point? Okay. Then we'll get to Vince Vaughn in this movie.
All right.
My number 2 is no other... This was actually on the film. It was like the last thing as it ended. Yeah. No other player since Rudy has been carried off the field, and I think that was 1975.
Yes.
And, I mean, I don't know about the last 25 years.
No, I don't think anyone...
26 years? I don't think anyone else.
No one has.
And then my number one fact, in real life, Dan Devine was very supportive of Rudy and elected to put him in the game on his own. Because Devine considered Rudy a friend, he volunteered to play a villain in order to get the film greenlit, which I thought was pretty cool. And then also, according to Devine, the incident about like when all the players came in and like left their jerseys on never took place, and he said if it had, the players would have been booted off the team.
That's funny. All right, my 3. This is the first movie in which Jon Favreau and Vince Vaughn appear together, but never on screen together. I think it's like 2 years later they did Swingers together right after. In the movie, the players and coaches of Rudy's Joliet Catholic High School football team were made up of real-life Mount Carmel High School players, which is their rival, which I thought was pretty funny.
They have to wear their jerseys and stuff.
Yeah, also, Joliet Catholic wasn't a co-ed school till, like, the 80s or 90s, so that was off.
Oh, okay, so that was another thing that was different.
Yeah. And lastly, in the movie, Rudy is portrayed as having largely gone into the steel industry after graduating high school. In reality, he served 4 years in the U.S. Navy as a yeoman on a communications ship, which is never mentioned. Although he does wear U.S. Navy, or he either has a U.S. Navy bag or
I think
he wears
it might be the bag.
shirt or something at
Or,
one
or
point.
probably a shirt too, yeah.
Just a nod to it. But that's it for trivia, so it looks like it's now time for our main event, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Hold on to your butts.
Rudy has always been told that he was too small to play college football, but he is determined to overcome the odds and fulfill his dream of playing for Notre Dame in Rudy. All right.
Play the trailer for everybody.
Ooh,
which I have never seen.
I've definitely never seen. It might take me a second to get this. 'Cause now, I don't want this display catcher. I want this one. This one. I don't know which one's saved though. Okay. And make that a little bit bigger. There we go.
After high
It starts
school,
with the opening
I went to
right away.
Notre Dame.
Chasing a stupid dream causes nothing but you and everyone around you heartache.
The problem with dreamers is they usually are not doers.
Are you fully aware of the sacrifices you're going to have to make?
It's the most beautiful campus in the world.
Having dreams is what makes life tolerable.
Notre Dame is for rich kids, smart kids, great athletes. It's not for us.
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to go to school here. And ever since I was a kid, everybody said it couldn't be done. I always listened to them, believed what they said. I don't want to do that anymore.
No voiceover either.
No, which is really weird.
Right. This is like prime
Not
for those.
everyone is meant to go to college.
I need your help.
Why should I help?
I just want to be a part of this university.
You're nuts.
Yeah, a lot of people have been telling me that lately.
Sometimes a winner
There you go.
Damn it.
You jinxed
is
it.
a dreamer.
Also, I was like, why does this look familiar? Oh, wait. Having never been to Notre Dame.
Having never been to
I was like, this. I know what this is.
I'm here to play football for the Irish.
I wish God would put your heart in some of my players' bodies.
You're 5 feet nothing. 100 and nothing. And you got hardly a speck of athletic ability. In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself.
So, we'll talk about that Christmas scene, too.
A true story.
Where he's
It
barely
was like
there.
10 minutes. He's like, hey, I'm home. Oh, wait, I'm out.
I'm out.
You ready, champ?
I've been ready for this my whole life.
These are the people who make Gentleman Jack.
Whiskey.
Oh, whiskey. All right, so our top 5 parts.
Top 5 parts. I'll go.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention, yeah. And I didn't really do like a number one's the best. It's just kind of like general.
Just kind of, okay.
But my honorable mention, the cast, mostly the coaches, how they're all like recognizable people.
The dad from Mighty Ducks.
Yeah,
the one coach. Jesse and yeah.
Jesse and the guy
That's
who's
his
in
brother.
prison now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That is him.
Yeah. But what's his name in the movie?
It's something odd, I think.
It's another J, isn't it? Jesse
so.
and something. Jesse J. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
And then Jon Favreau, just kind of did they say how he's so rich? Was that like why he went to?
How he's so rich? His character?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't rich. I think he just got there on a scholarship.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm talking about how he pulled up in like a limo. He's like, "Oh, I'll pay
he
you
was
later."
going to because he was becoming a lawyer.
Oh, okay, that's
so. Yeah,
I was like, "What is he doing?" And he's got this cash to just throw.
Yeah, he said he was going down to Miami for law school, but it wouldn't explain why he's super rich all of a sudden. Like he instantly became a lawyer.
Right. Just skipped all the classes. It's
Yeah,
like, you're hired.
You're hired.
The Notre Dame music, how they incorporated it into the score, and just like the score in general. You know how they use the fight song, the entrance, and all that stuff.
I agree.
And my holy shit, Vince Vaughn was almost unrecognizable the first time. I'm like, oh, who is this? Oh wait, that's who it is. And then later on, I'm like, oh my god, Wedding Crashers makes a lot more sense now that he was 7-time All-State quarterback.
Oh.
He could put the ball anywhere he wants.
Anywhere he wants.
So
I
that
never
just
thought
made a little
about
bit
that.
more sense to me. My number 5 is that it's a great inspirational movie / it's got a good message.
It does get you jacked afterwards.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, yes, it's good. It's like you work hard and stuff. Doesn't always happen like that. Like,
no.
This is not a how to get into Notre Dame in the slightest. Because I'm pretty sure after this they're like, oh god damn it, we're gonna have people coming all
the time.
But it's a good overall message and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
My number 4 is the scene that I guess supposedly never really happened, when they're all putting their jerseys on.
Okay, yeah.
And the coach is like, "What are you doing?" You're like, "Start acting like a captain or something."
am.
He's like, I believe I am acting like." I'm like, "Damn right he is. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Standing up for the other guys." And then my number 3, all the practices where he's just getting beat up over and over, and just in general just showing the practice, and brought up a
ice after every game.
Yeah, just icing
and just multiple injuries.
Brought up short memories, for short career playing memories for me. Number 2 is proving to everyone he did it. So after he got accepted, and he went back, and his dad's like, "Hey, my kid's going to Notre Dame."
That was a great scene. I love that.
My kid's going to hey guys, he's going to Notre Dame.
And then instantly he's like, I gotta go get ready for practice, and then they instantly get sad again. Like, oh, okay.
Oh wait.
Oh, you're still trying to do that.
Right, yeah.
The
brother's just salty the entire movie. And then number 1, that it was filmed on location or as much as possible. How they they shot during games.
Mm-hmm.
It was against 2 games. One I think was, they said Penn State was one of the games they filmed.
And then Boston College was the other.
Yeah, I knew someone who was actually at the game.
Really?
And that they filmed.
When they filmed, that'd be awesome.
So those are my top 5 and honorable mentions.
Also, you know that Frank doesn't exist. He was the oldest. Rudy was, of all the kids.
That's what I read. There was no Frank. It's just
Frank
a bunch of other
people who told him he couldn't do it. And they thought it'd be good to make him his brother, I guess, in the movie. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's the only one that does make sense, because if it's just a random person or a family member or whatever.
All right, so my honorable mentions, the getting into Notre Dame scene. We said he was just really happy after when he his dad celebrating it. Even when he gets the news by himself.
Yeah, when he sits down on the bench. Yeah,
it was awesome. Just because most movies don't give you that much of a time lapse.
No, yeah,
but you got
and you could see it progressing
through the semesters, and he kept getting the rejection letters, which made it even better when you finally see him get the acceptance letter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then filming at Notre Dame was cool, because I've been on the campus a couple times, and I was like, oh, I've walked past that before. Oh, I've been in that stadium. So that's cool to see. And then just a huge. This is I'm gonna save this till the very end. My last honorable mention. But all right, so my number 5 is the jersey scene where they're putting it all down.
Definitely.
Very good scene. 4, the score that you already talked about.
It just builds up throughout the entire movie.
Even building up into it. Before you see them put it into like the games and stuff. Like I don't know, some of those songs are just really good. It's just like him getting in is a really good song playing behind it, and it's just a lot of scenery showing you like Notre Dame's campus and playing that stuff. It's really
basically
cool.
like showing off the campus and being like, oh.
Yeah. 3 is just like the friends he makes along the way, like Pete when the kid he grew up with, and then D-Bob, John Favreau, which they never explained D-Bob, which I think his name is Dennis, because his girlfriend calls him Dennis at one point. And then Jim, I think it was, is his buddy on the practice squad. He's like, the only reason I'm here is you.
The other quarterback?
No, the...
wasn't he a
corner?
Was he a
I think he was a
quarterback.
I thought he was a cornerback. I don't know. Either way, he was on the practice squad. So
right. Yeah. And he only got there because his dad played.
Yeah.
He was a really good player before him.
Yeah, but all those... And then even Fortune, the groundskeeper, like, just all the friends he made along the way was kind of cool. They're all great characters. Great cast. 2 is Fortune's speech. The 5 foot nothing, 100 and nothing. Like, you got no one else to prove but yourself. Like, if you done that by now, never happened. Yeah, that's a great speech. And then number 1 is the final game where Rudy runs on the field, and then we get him the sack, and
also
stay in there.
Also, I know it's like fake because the coach wanted him in there, but it's like, what kind of coach doesn't want a senior to play in the last possible game
when they're
already up like so much? Like, what kind of
but
kind of monster does that?
Yeah, and then that was for you, Vince Vaughn's final. And then the Rudy chant to get him in, and then carrying off the field. It's just a great ending to a great movie. And then my big shout out is to Sean Astin's stunt double, because he gets the shit kicked out of him the entire movie. Just like those practice things, like, they are just destroying him. It's like, oh my god!
Every time someone's pulling and just nailing.
Yeah, and it's not like they have like the cushion to land on. Like, this guy's getting wrecked.
It is straight grass and ground. And it looked like it falls pretty cold. Like, especially around in the Midwest.
And like, it's so funny because it's not one scene you see his face, so it's definitely the stunt double.
It's all like at the back of him.
Yeah, and then like you see Sean Astin get up. Like, oh.
Okay, I felt this way, so you gotta stand up that way. But I did like how like
it might be multiple people because one of them might have died.
I liked how like he had like a almost like a boxing pad like on his wrist and like I'm sure all the way up. Yeah. Just like extra padding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but shout out to the. I'm gonna do some research and figure out who the stunt double were.
We'll get him on the podcast.
Yeah.
Sean Astin, take a seat. but also that would be cool if we can. Okay, a few problems with the movie. It's a nitpick because I really enjoyed the movie entirely. But usually acceptance letters are in bigger packets. At least nowadays it's like a full, hey, welcome, and then all this information instead of just like a yes or no letter.
And then mine were the names on the jerseys, just because Notre Dame doesn't do names on the jerseys, unless I guess now they're doing them for the bowl games and stuff like that. But for the most part, for the normal home game, they do not.
Just blank.
But I guess that they did it so that you could tell who Rudy was.
They did it. He didn't have a name.
The smallest guy though.
Exactly, that would give it away. Also, most of the names were cast and crew members.
Yeah, they weren't actual players.
It wasn't player names, so it's like, okay, I get it, but
I'm pretty sure I did see a Favreau. There is a scene. It's at the near the end of the game. I can't remember if it was when they were on offense or I think it was offense, but yeah, you see a Favreau though.
That I probably wouldn't even notice. I'd be like, oh, Favreau. Oh,
it was real quick, and I couldn't rewind it just to make sure it was. But I'm pretty sure. And knowing that they did the cast and crew.
Then for sure. Probably would have been one. Okay, moving on to some favorite quotes. I'll start at number 3. This is kind of towards the end, but he goes, to Mary on the sidelines, and when he's at practice, he's like, "Don't I know you?"
Yeah.
And like gets up, and that's probably like the only time you'd see his face, where it's like he gets up,
Yeah.
"Don't I know you?" and then runs away, and she's like, "Oh darn."
That's the funny thing is, like, they haven't talked since the bar.
Nope. We're
They've seen each other.
He went back and forth between, like, I thought he was hammered it a little bit, and then he's like kind of cleaned it up right away.
Then he did go back and forth in that bar. Yeah, and then they like saw each other at one point, and then the next thing is just, "Don't I know you?" That was it.
Which I'll get into it in final thoughts, but it's like they could have added. If they wanted to, they could have done like a love story thing.
I believe he did meet his wife his junior year
there
at Notre Dame. Yeah.
Oh, then that would make sense.
But
like for like a movie, they could have been like a whole 20 minutes on their relationship, and
it was 2 hours long though, wasn't it?
Just under 2, yeah. So I mean, they had the option, but they didn't take it, and I think it's better off that they didn't.
Yeah.
Number 2, it's after the coach tells him, don't let me down or I'll kick you off. He's like,
yeah, if you
so that means I'm on the team
if
first.
You let up for 1 second, you're off.
It's like, wait, in order to get kicked off, I have to be on the team, right? He goes, yeah, and then the coach goes, hey, come on, go put on some shoes.
After
go
he's
put
celebrating,
some shoes on.
yeah.
He's just like walking out on the asphalt. And then my number 1, which leads right into your last one. Rudy goes, maybe I haven't prayed enough. And Father Tom goes, I'm sure that's not the problem.
Yeah. I like that. Also, that was another guy I forgot to bring up that he met along the way.
Oh,
the priest.
The priest, yeah.
Which was in Miracle on 34th Street. He was the judge.
I was just I know the guy looked familiar.
He's in a bunch of stuff, actually, yeah.
I haven't seen Miracle on 34th Street. So.
Too bad. All right, my number 1 is Buddy Pete. It's like, well, you know what my dad always said? It's like, having dreams is what makes life tolerable. And I think that's kind of like one of the last...
That's like the last thing he says, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And then number 2 is D-Bob at the games. He's so little! Screaming. I know that guy! It's just great. And then one of my favorites is Father Kavanaugh's. Yeah. Son, in 35 years of religious study, I've come up with only 2 hard, incontrovertible facts. Can't talk. There is a God, and I am not him.
Which it makes it even better coming from
the priest.
Yeah.
There is a God, and I am not him.
Another one would be Jon Favreau at the end, where he's like, "Oh, I have this goddamn game or something." And then his girlfriend hits him. He's like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I can't say goddamn anymore."
What's a lapsed Catholic to do? That's another one I love.
Moving on, we're
recasting.
Not really.
Honestly,
the movie could be redone.
Yeah, I mean,
just because it's been so long, but I mean. This movie pretty much nailed it right off the bat.
I couldn't even think of somebody that would be able to play Rudy, like just the way he plays him. It's just
he plays it so perfectly. Yeah, there's really no one smaller enough.
Yeah, that can, because he was still. I think he was 22. He was still young in this.
Yeah.
I know. Favreau is like 5 years older than him, 5 or 6.
And Vince Vaughn was fairly young.
Yeah, and this, I mean, Sean Astin was an 80s kid, Goonies.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, he plays it like a kid still, kind of, which works.
Like it does, yeah, especially like going up through, you can see like the progression too.
Yeah, does a very good job. Final thoughts?
Kind of like touching on what I said earlier, like, they could have, like movies now, where it's like, they could have had like, they could have gone the route where, granted, I know this is based on a true story, but they could have done for like the movie just to puff it up, like him and D-Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Like he could have been tutoring him, and then like D-Bob could have stolen an answer to a test or something, and like screwed over Rudy, like just to add that extra like hardship or whatever.
Another villain.
Could have added a scandal, or if they didn't. You know, the stuff they chose not to embellish being a true story, I think it was for the better.
Yeah, it is, and it's funny that they made Divine a bad guy. Like, you don't. I mean, I guess like the villain isn't. You don't need like an actual villain.
And
but...
it's not really a villain either. It's just like a. Well, technically yes, but. Yeah, even he said, he's like, yeah, you could turn me bad. Just if you want to get the movie made, yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Like, I want to meet the one guy who's like, no, the coach needs to be a bad guy. Probably some kid who grew up that never got to play. So he's like, no, there needs to be a bad guy.
Yeah, but I love this movie. Very inspirational.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
It's cool to kind of see, like, I mean, growing up, it was mostly, those were the only really college football games I ever watched was Notre Dame. So it's like, kind of get to see it. It's pretty cool.
Yep. All right, moving on to ranking. We're going to rank this week our top 5 true story football movies.
And I went to Google. I was like, football movies. And I was going through my list. I'm like, or going through the list that Google gave me. I'm like, why doesn't Red have any of these? And I stopped and I'm like, oh, right, true story football movies. I had to remind myself of that.
Why doesn't he have any of these?
This was like Longest Yard, Waterboy. Yeah. I'm like, how are these not on here? All right, so my top 5, and it's barely a top 5.
Yeah.
Number 5. Whoa. Number 5, Radio. I haven't seen that movie in a very long time.
I know, I haven't. Probably since it came out.
Probably since it came out, I think would be the last time I saw it.
I think it's a running joke with, who is it? Tim Gavin or that group. Someone keeps buying Radio. I think Bricka keeps buying it for somebody, and I think they have like 5 or 6 copies now.
I mean, it's cheap enough to where you can buy it. Number 4, Blindside.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna switch it up. 1 to be different, and 2.
Yeah, our top 3 are exactly the same.
1 to be different, and 2 because
talking about it,
yeah. Number 3, Gridiron Gang, and because I've only seen it, it's been a while since I've seen that. Number 2, Rudy, and number 1, Remember the Titans.
That's a good number 1.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the only number 1 I can see.
All right, mine. My honorable mentions are going to be The Blind Side, We Are Marshall, and Concussion. Is kind of not a football movie, but there is football in it.
Yeah, I would classify it as it's a true story football movie.
Yeah,
I would say that.
Paints the NFL very poorly. So,
oh, I'm sure.
But very good movie if you haven't seen it. My number 5 is Invincible, the Vince Papale. How have you not seen that one?
I think I've seen parts of it because Mark Wahlberg playing football rings bells.
Yeah,
very good. I'd put that on my honorable mention.
Number 4, Friday Night Lights. How have you not seen that one?
There's another one. I haven't seen the show or the movie.
Just need to see the movie. Number 3, Rudy. Number 2, Gridiron Gang. Just because I love watching a young Rock and Exhibit coach a team. It's pretty fun. And then number 1 is Remember the Titans. That's like one of my favorite football movies that, like, in general.
Just football movies, yeah.
Yeah. Met Gary Bertier. Hopefully soon to meet P.D. Jones.
Slowly working
my way through the Remember the Titans cast.
Ryan Gosling's going to be a hard kid.
Yeah, and Denzel. Like, I don't know. Maybe
you'd have to get them two together.
I think I could get a Yotes though. Yotes.
Yeah.
There's a few. And then before we do a wrap up, we did forget one segment. Is our ripping on Coca segment.
Yeah. Almost forgot.
Yes, Coca, be better. Pick a movie so that we can Skype you. Otherwise, we're just going to keep calling you pussy every week.
Yes. Pick a movie. Be better at video games.
Be better.
We need more dubs, and you're slacking.
Yes.
Quite frankly. That's what I will say.
All right. So that's been our show today. I hope you enjoyed it.
You can follow us on social media and our website, timand20talk.com. Remember, share this with your friends.
And make sure to join us next week for the Mile Manor movie review when we discuss the John Wayne classic, The Quiet Man.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Thanks for listening. I'm Tim.
And I'm Tony. And we are the Dynamic Duo. Good night.